Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about a very important subject, and that's boots, combat boots specifically. The way that you select your boots obviously depends on where you're located in the world. If you're at a hotter climate, you're going to go for a thinner boot, obviously. Colder climate, you're going to go for something insulated. But also, you need to select your boots according to seasons, and that's what I've tried to do. Now, in the hotter months, uh, jungle boots back in my Army days in the late 80s, if you didn't have jungle boots, you weren't cool. And literally cool. They had a lot of ventilation. They were very light, but the one thing that they lacked was comfort. But we made do. Like I said, they were cool. But now, jungle boots of the past are nothing like some of the newer jungle boots that are made today. I have a pair of Nikes. Yes, Nike made jungle boots. And I have to say, they were extremely comfortable straight out of the box. You can see they're dirty because it's the summer, fall time of year here, and I wear these quite often. But it won't be long. I'll be cleaning them up, getting them ready to go into storage over the winter, right? But anyway, the jungle boots of today, such as these Nikes, are extremely comfortable, lightweight, and let a lot of air through. You've got the canvas upper, and that really means a lot. They don't have the Panama sole like the old jungle boots, but it's still they still work great. They have a lot of ventilation holes on the side that will allow water if you have to wade through a creek or a river or whatever. Water will not stay sloshing around inside your boot. It will actually come out those vent holes, and that's very handy if you're in a wet climate. So I highly recommend the jungle boots that are made today for the hot temperatures, the hot time of year. I don't think Nike is still making these. However, pretty sure that Belleville is making a version of a jungle boot, and it is of a modern design. And I think they actually have the Panama sole on those. I haven't tried the Bellevilles, but it is a very good company, and I'm pretty sure you'll like them. So if you're interested in the jungle boot, check those out. One thing I can caution you on, and I tried a pair of them before I bought these. Do not purchase a cheaper pair of jungle boots because they're going to be very close to what we had back then. And that is not good for your feet, trust me. Kind of a funny story to tell, but my toes went numb 6 months after I joined the military or the Army, and I didn't get feeling in my big toes until 6 months after I got out. That's how bad the boots were. But not today. Today these boots are great. So that takes care of the hotter times of year. Now, right now we're going into here in Kentucky. We're going into some of the cooler months, and we're in early fall, going into last part of October right now, actually. But these boots are the Salomon Quest Elements. They are obviously not a combat boot; they are a hiking boot. But Solomon's kind of became famous with the military from special operations. They seem to be uh, the chosen boot of a lot of the Navy SEAL units, and a lot of the other guys in special operations really like these boots. Maybe not this specific type, different Solomons. They have a good name. They last. They're waterproof. They're lightweight, and overall an excellent boot. I highly recommend these. So for your cooler months in the fall, early winter, and into early spring, I would definitely have a pair of these to wear in those times of year. So the Salomon Quest Elements, they're not cheap, but they are good boots. I would certainly recommend these. Now for the colder months, obviously you want something that is insulated, something that is waterproof. And these are a pair of boots that I wanted so bad whenever I was in the Army, but I just couldn't afford them. And we were not issued these boots. Um, the, the cold months of the year, I came out of my jungle boots and I had a cheaper pair of insulated boots that I wore, and I suffered through it. But man, I really wanted a pair of these. And just last year, I got a pair. These are the Danner 10-inch Fort Lewis. Back in the time when they first come out, they called them Go Devils. These boots, as I understand it, were designed by soldiers with their input, and it was guys that was stationed at Fort Lewis. Pretty sure it was 10th Mountain. So these boots had to really be tough. They had to be warm, and I think that these boots certainly lived up to their expectations. Like I said, they are 10-inch, and you know it takes a little bit of getting used to on that. Certainly recommend blousing your pants inside the boots. It helps with the rubbing. Another thing that I can recommend is order at least a half size, if not a full size, bigger than you normally wear, just to make room for thicker socks. These are the 200-gram insulated variety, and I think that they actually make a 400, if I'm not mistaken. But the 200, I think, is fine for me. Um, and like I said, a little bit bigger in your size, and you can put on a nice thick pair of socks. And I have tried these, and my feet did stay very warm. So the Danner Fort Lewis 10-inch, highly recommend them. These things are tough, they're waterproof, and they're warm. That's very important when it comes to a combat boot. Another thing I'd like to point out that maybe you noticed, I don't know, but all of my boots, the shoestrings come out, and they are replaced with 550 cord, just simple black 550 cord. And you know, don't get the cheap stuff, get the good stuff. But the 550 cord will outlast these boots. You'll never have a broken shoestring. And the cool thing is, as far as the survivalist part of it, you're always going to be packing around a whole lot of 550 cord in these bootlaces. Not that I'd want to pull them out and use it, but you've got them if you need it. But yeah, so I highly recommend putting your 550 cord in for bootlaces. It's a good idea. So guys, there you have it. That's my 3 picks for combat style boots. I can walk many, many miles in these boots and no blisters, and that's very important. So a good pair of boots or a bad pair of boots can make you or break you. Spend a little bit more and get boots that are comfortable, get boots that'll last. And you can't go wrong there. All right, guys, I hope this helped you out. If it did, maybe give me a like and subscribe. And until next time, talk to you later.